Hello. So today I want to talk about the game Gift of Tulips, which I talked about this probably the same time last year because as the tulips are blooming, it's the perfect game to pull out and play. It is for 2 to 6 players, and throughout the game, the 4 different types of tulips will be changing in value. And at the end, whoever has the most of each type of tulip will score a certain number of points. So you want to have the most of the most valuable tulips. So these cards are beautiful. There are 4 different kinds of tulips, and they will have the color of the tulip on the card and then a point value ranging from 2 to 4. So on your turn, there's the pinky white ones and then kind of the purple ones. And you have these little markers that they will be used to track the value of the tulips. Everything is done with the cards. You're trying to win the Best Bud Award at the end of the game. You have your value cards based on player count. So for 3 to 4, for 5 to 6, and for 2 players. At the end of the game, whichever tulip has the most is going to get certain rewards. Whichever has the second most points in the market will get rewards. And then the player who has the most of those is going to get the points allocated on these cards. You have a scorecard that these will be on so you can see what everything is worth. And then each player will get their own scorecard for the end of the game. And you get one of these super cute little markers that all have to do with Holland as your score marker. So super cute. And this game has a lot of interaction, but it's interesting. So on your turn, you're going to draw a card, and then you have a couple of different options of what to decide to do with it. You can put it in the market. So you are manipulating the value of the tulips. So if I put this down, it could increase the value of orange tulips over other tulips. I could play it face down secretly into the secret market, and there can be any number of cards there, but only 5 of them are going to come out at the end of the game and be played into the market to have one final market value change. I can give it to another player. If this is one of the 2 most valuable tulip types at the time, I'm going to score points for being so generous. I can also give this to myself. If it is one of the 2 most valuable types of tulips, I won't score any points right now, but obviously at the end, it could help me a lot. Or if it is one of the 2 less valuable types, because there's only 4 types of tulips and I give it to myself, I score a few points because I'm taking the lesser valued tulip. But remember, just because it's lesser valued now doesn't mean it will stay lesser valued. So in this game, you are really rewarded for helping out other people, but you still want to win. So these 4 tulips are constantly going to be changing in value as people play more cards on them, which is going to be changing which ones you maybe want to collect versus want to give away. And don't be too generous, because if you're always giving away the highest valued tulips to everyone else, sure, you're scoring some points, but at the end, it's going to bite you. So you want to be generous, but not too generous. So by giving someone cards, you can't ever hurt them. You're only potentially helping them, but the question is, how much do you want to help them? So I love this game because it's colorful, it's bright, tulips are gorgeous, it's the market manipulation, and then where there's also the cards going into the secret market, at the end of the game, 5 of those are going to come out and do one final market manipulation. So if it were like this, then that could have drastically changed the order of things before we go into final scoring. And like I said, if you, let's say if this is the first place market or the first place flower in a 3 to 4 player game, the person who has the most blues then is going to get 15 points. And the person who has the second most blues is going to get 10. So it does behoove you at the end of the game to have the most of the valuable flowers, but you can't only rely on that, because if you're not accruing points during the game, that won't be enough to save you, as I have found out on more than one occasion. So I adore this game. I think it's a lot of fun. It's quick to teach. It sounds a little weird until you play around and then you're like, oh, got it, good to go. So I really enjoy Gift of Tulips. Given that the tulips are blooming right now, consider checking this one out. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.